Good morning. Joined me this morning on a bit of a chilly Sunday morning for a few hours on my local river. I'm sat along a stretch at Littleport, where I'm sat on peg 28. I've fished this peg before with varying success, and it's a nice peg, nice wide peg, and you can sort of sit in an angle when you're fishing the feeder. Got a cool wind blowing across today from the northeast, so I'm sort of sat in the northeast wind blowing on me back, hence the reason I've got the brolly up, sort of keep it off me a little bit, keep it a little bit warmer, because the wind chill, sort of when you get up over the top of the bank, is very, very cold. Hence the reason we've got the old woolly hat on today. I'm just going to fish one line, which is a feeder. I'm fishing just past 3 parts, where hopefully might get 1 or 2 roach, maybe the odd perch, outside chance of a skimmer, and as always along here, a tench can throw up at any time without warning. Last week sort of fished a little bit further along. I didn't do any good. I had a few perch and a couple of roach, but Ian on the next peg, he caught some roach and some perch on the short pole on sort of the chopworm sort of line, and he's had 5 nice tench as well, so they can show up at any time. So I'm just going to fish the feeder because I'm only out for a few hours this morning just to see. So I've tailored my approach as if I'm fishing in the winter now. It's gone a bit cooler. So I'm fishing, like I say, the one line, ground bait feeder, Bait-Tech Pro Natural Lake Fine Dark. Perfect mix for this time of the year. Just like normal Pro Natural Dark, same colour, except it hasn't got the big bits in. So where sometimes in the winter you might riddle off the larger bits before you mixed it, you got no need, and it's perfect. Lovely fine mix for this time of the year. In with the mixing water, last night when I mixed it, I just put a couple of squirts of molasses just to give it that extra bit of a kick as well. So hopefully if there is 1 or 2 fish around, it might sort of tickle the old taste buds. I've got some pinkies, I've got some big red maggot, I've got some dead pinky, and I've got some dead maggot, which I'm just putting a small pinch of about half a dozen pinkies in with the ground bait every time I go out. I've got some worms as well, but I'm not looking to feed any chopworm, but I might put a small bit of worm on the hook. When I actually sort of started, I put out 4 feederfuls, that sort of size. Now that's the Guru bait up feeder, and that's the size I put out. So you can see it's a lot smaller. It's the sort of larger cage feeder that they do, and that's perfect for this time of the year. Like I say, I just put 4 out, never put nothing in it, just ground bait, and when I started, pinch a dead pinky. And what I'm looking to do is leave it out there for around about 10 minutes, see how the fish respond, hopefully however they might respond. Setup is as simple as it comes. I've got a Cadence 11-foot number 1 feeder. It's a 3-piece rod, like the number 2, which is 2-piece. It's a 3-piece rod, so it's very, very soft, perfect for this time of the year, shy biting fish. I've matched that up with a Cadence CS5 reel. I've got 4-pound mainline. I've got a running link there with a 20-gram feeder, a couple of stops. I've got a twizzled loop there, which as you see sort of hangs below the feeder. Quick change swivel bead. I've got 28-inch 012 fluorocarbon, and I've got a size 20 Matrix Super Match hook. So it's, it's a wide gape hook, but it's it's nice. It's a strong hook, but it's quite a fine wire. So like I say, it's perfect for this time of the year. I've been fishing now probably for about 45 minutes or so. I haven't had any indications as yet, but we're going to keep plugging away. Getting a double pinky. few pinkies in with a ground bait, and I've got this clipped up just around about 3 parts, just over 3 parts, to hit the same spot every single time, which is critical for this time of the year. How I know I'm going to be leaving it out there for 10 minutes, I've got a stopwatch. So we'll get that going now. Don't think the bites are going to be coming thick and fast, and it's going to take a while to build the swim up. So like I say, I've been fishing for a short while now, so there's a little bit of bait out there, and I'm going to be leaving this out for 10 minutes at a time, unless of course I get a bite in that time leading up to it, which if I do, I'll be able to have a look, say for example I've had a bite after 7 minutes, and leave it out there next time, and if I do get a bite, just check the timing again. Something which is critical when the guys, you see them when they're fishing on the carp lakes in the winter, might be leaving it out there for 45 minutes at a time before they even get a bite. And it's critical, I think, to know roughly how long you got to leave it, so you're not constantly casting and casting and casting. Whereas if you're going to get a bite after 10 minutes, you know next time you roughly got to leave it about 10 minutes. Well, that's the plan. The other plan is the flask. Most important bit of equipment on my bank in the winter is the flask. Drink of choice, black coffee, warms you up, and I love it. So yeah, so there's the plan. I've got 1 or 2 sort of can ring the changes on the hook baits, single maggot, double maggot, double treble pinky, single dead maggot, double dead maggot, so I've got a lot of variations, bit of worm, and I've also got a couple of window feeders to try later on, just to see how I get on with them really. I haven't delved into it too much, but these are the new Preston ones, which I think that is an absolute perfect size for this time of the year. It gets the bait down quick, so in the depth of water, a little bit further along, I'll go on 10 mile bank where you got around about 20 foot of water. That's going to get that, nail that to the bottom really quick. So it's just something different to have a play around with a bit later on. As it is, we're going to set the stall out now. We're going to hopefully get 1 or 2 bites, and we'll see. I'll probably have a couple of 3 casts now with a pinky. If I don't get any bites, I'll swap over to a maggot, just to see if I can get that response. It's gauging, more importantly, of what's going on. Ian's fishing a little bit further up on 23. He'll be fishing the pole. He's going to fish a short line, see if he can get some roach, and do the chop worm again. He's going to see if he can get some roach on the long line. So it'll be interesting to see if he catches on the pole, especially the clarity of the water is very clear. Definitely winter mode now, so we'll check in a bit, and hopefully we might add 1 or 2 bites. Either way, it's beautiful being out. The sun's just coming round the side of the umbrella now. Northeast breeze just blowing off the back of the brolly here. Sun's coming round, so that's going to be on me shortly, and that's going to be absolutely beautiful. So it's going to be a nice morning on the bank. Chilly, but very nice. So we'll see how we go. Wow. Nada. Nil. Zippo. Nothing to report other than the flask is half empty already. I've had one sort of half indication I thought it was, and one of the pinkies has been sucked a little bit. So, you know, that is a decent sign, but at the moment there's been nothing forthcoming. Thought I might have had a perch or a roach by now. There has been the odd sort of fish moving, small fish moving. But yeah, I was quite surprised. I thought might have actually, even though we've had a couple of cold nights, You know, there has been the last few weeks a lot of fish in the area. I thought might have had one or two indications. As it is, the best laid plans, yeah, have not come to the fore. But we haven't given up all hope yet. The noose is still in the car. Sun's, like I say, that's now come round behind from the umbrella, and that's absolutely beautiful. So it's nice and warm sat here anyway. There's a decent breeze blowing now. Just hope, you know, really thought one or two roach might be about. We got a couple of hours yet anyway, so hopefully you might get one or two yet. We've still got some drink in the flask, so we'll see. You never know. Just had a little bite. Well, I'll be little Rodney Roach. Now, little Roachy is actually just saved Big Steve a blank. Now that is what you actually call a lifesaver. Little Roachy. There you go. Here endeth the session. You have to take the rough with the smooth, and today's been quite bumpy to say the very least. Managed to catch that one roach, which was probably more luck than judgment. Yeah, that bite just come straight out the blue, and I had a look, and the feeder had actually been out for just under 14 minutes. So it just shows that you've got to leave it out there if there's any chance of getting a fish at all. So yeah, but undeterred, I've now got a family of swans down here just mopping up the old dead maggots in pinkies which I had left. But undeterred, we should be back out on the bank somewhere next weekend. Hopefully drop on a few roach or maybe one or two skimmers. Just got to try and find whereabouts they're holding up, and then hopefully you might get one or two. But winter fishing around here can be quite very unpredictable. You can catch some fish off a peg the one day, and you can fish exactly the same peg the next day, and you won't even get a bite. Yeah, but that's winter fishing for you, and that's why we go out, just to see if we can work one or two things out and get one or two fish. So I'm going to give it about another 5 minutes. I'm going to pack all my gear away and head off to home. So if you've been out on the bank, hope you've had a great weekend, and we'll catch you next time we're about. Cheers. Oosh.